From hands and knees, we'll walk the hands further forward and bring the shoulders on top, dropping our hips forward without sinking, sagging, or arching the spine. So we'll keep our core connected and we'll curl the toes and we'll lift right up into plank. Stay and breathe. Can you bring one knee down and then come back? Knee number 2, come back. Let's alternate side to side. We'll go for 4, strong arms. 3, press back into the heel. 2, lift belly button up. And 1, hold here. Bring one knee down. Turn that foot to point the other direction as you open up into a side plank, modified side plank here. Stay here, or option to take that bottom knee and send it out. Stay here. Option to look up. Breathe in. Stretch the arm overhead. Find that total body stretch, fingertips to toes. Stay calm. Looking down. Slowly come back to your center plank. Stay for a breath. Or drop down to child's pose or rest the knees down. Take the other knee down to the ground under the hip and then just point that toe behind you as we spiral open into our modified side plank. Option to stay here or to take that bottom leg out. You could even stack the legs one on top of the other. Looking up to the sky, lift the hips higher. Reach the arm overhead. Stretch from fingertips to toes. Think happy, confident thoughts. I can do it. I am doing it. Looking down, take your time bringing it back into that center plank. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then lowering the knees, bringing your legs out in front of you. Okay, reaching the arms forward. This is our one flexion. We will have to round the spine to get down onto our back. So you can always use the hands or the elbows if you need that extra support. Once you've made it down, we'll reach the arms overhead for that total body stretch, that moment of elongation and breath connection. Bring the arms down by the side. Bend the knees. Feet hip width apart, parallel legs. And we're going to try some neutral bridge. So we're going to keep the core connected. And we're going to exhale, press the heels down, and lift the hips up in one piece. So the shape of your body from the ground has lifted up. You are using your glutes. And you're going to lower back down again. Okay, Chloe. Exhale up. And inhale down. Keep your core contained and connected. Exhale, ribs draw in as you lift. And lower it down. Let's try arms up to the ceiling and hips lift. And lower. Exhale, 3. And lower. And 2. And lower. Last one here. Let's stay up. Keeping hips lifted and spine neutral. Breathe in. Exhale, more abs. Draw them in. Inhale. Exhale, pelvic floor, lift it up towards your collarbone. Inhale, breathe in, expand the ribs. Exhale, deepen the space between the hip bones. And one more time, let's reach arms overhead, hovering. Inhale. Exhale, abdominals. Deepen. Lower the arms down. And then lower everything down in one piece. Great. Just send those legs up to the sky and circle out the feet. One direction and then the other. And then point the toes and reach the arms up. We'll do arm to opposite leg, reaching away from the body. It's not about how low you're going, it's about how connected to your core you are staying. Bring it back in. Other leg, opposite arm. So I like to exhale and lower. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, pull abs in. Bring it back up. Long neutral spine, head in the center. And switch. Turn the palms to face each other. And let's pick up the tempo of the super scissors. Switch and switch. But it's like you're on one of those gymnastics balance beams and your head to your tailbone have to stay perfectly neutral, lengthening, heavy, grounded, connected for 4, 3, 2 more. Let's go one more time each side. Whoo! Wow. And bring the knees in. Shake out the feet and rock it out side to side. Inhale here. Exhale it out. Bring the feet down. And stretch the legs back up again. We're going to go to that external rotation, heels together, toes apart. Can you lengthen the legs a little bit longer? Arms pressed down. Let's press the backs of the shoulders down to get a little openness across the chest and collarbone. And draw a circle to the side and down, other side to the center. Let's take the circle starting the other way. Side and down, other side and center. We're going to keep starting in the different direction at the top. Restarting the other way at the top. Now check that the heels are not shifting around. Heels are glued together. The hips, however, I find this is the one exception, can slightly move just to accommodate that side shift. Over to the side, draw the circle down and around, and the hips minimally do a little bit of movement. Deeper belly button. Let's go 3. Soften shoulders for 2. If you're feeling your hip flexors, soften the knees. Last time. Oh, wowzers. And then bring those feet down mat width apart and drop the knees over to one side. Pick up your outside leg and just place that foot on top of the inside knee. Arms stretch, breath drops. A moment of rest and recovery. And stretching out some tightness that may have developed into that hip flexor, into that quadricep. Just takes practice to keep initiating and instigating right from our core muscles especially in the lower abdomen. Let's exhale. Feel a little lift from your pelvic floor, kind of popping up. Remove that foot from the knee and take it over to the other side. And that outside foot lifts to the opposite knee, using the weight of the outside leg to bring a little bit more internal rotation into that second leg. Feel some stretch, maybe through the side, through the abdomen, through the hip, through the quad, through the knee. Breathe into all those areas with this next inhale. And then exhale, remove the foot deep in the middle body, bringing it back to the center. So when you start to get more connected with your core, you don't automatically just start to recruit from your back muscles all the time or your hips all the time. Let's float the legs into that tabletop position. Hands on the ribs for that lateral inhale. Deepening exhale. Tap one toe down. Bring it back up. I barely tapped. Exhale, engage. Float the toes down. Bring it back up. And again, so a lot of people do the toe taps again from the hips instead of strengthening the core through a neutral spine. Bring your fingertips just onto the tops of the ribs or the ribs that are close to the surface and try to feel the ribs deepening as you toe tap. Reach the toe taps a little farther away. Let's reach the arms to the ceiling, palms facing in, and just pick up the pace of the taps and tap and tap. I'm not actually making contact with my toes to the ground. I'm just hovering. And now deepen your low back, like there's a marshmallow under your low back and you're pressing gently into that marshmallow. And let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it here. Let's stretch it away. Breathe it in. Breathe it out. Stretch one foot longer than the other. And switch. Make both legs and hips the same. And bring the feet back. Now this next one is super hard to do correctly. So we're going to start slowly first, trying to put all those connections into place before we pick up the tempo. Lift the legs to tabletop. I'm going to bring the legs so they're connecting, touching. Pressing palms down to start. Now exhale, deepen the ribs, feel the abdominals tightening, and then try your double leg toe tap. Bring it back in. Your spine cannot get lighter. It's gonna, if anything, get heavier. It's deepening down. You're not imprinting, you're not pressing it down, but the sensation of the neutral spine, lengthening all the muscles around the spine, supporting that neutrality. Now try reaching the arms up as you toe tap. Again, reaching arms up, squeezing legs together. Tap. 2 more. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Core connection and breath. Let's go last time here. Exhale, squeeze and reach up. Get a Kegel going. Pull it back in. Hug it in. Yay. Rock it out. Smile and think happy thoughts. It's hard work, and you did it.